Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Christian Concern reports that nurse Mary Onuoha was forced out of her job as an NHS theatre practitioner at Croydon University Hospital, in the United Kingdom, because she wouldn't remove the cross she was wearing. Supported by the Christian Legal Centre, Christian nurse Mary Onuoha challenged her former hospital after being forced out of her job because she refused to remove her small, gold cross necklace, which she had for 40 years as a symbol of her deep Christian faith. However, no good reason has been shown as to why Mary's cross is a risk, and people of other faiths and none are allowed to wear jewelry, lanyards, saris, turbans and hijabs without incident. In January 2022, the Employment Tribunal released a landmark judgment ruling that the NHS Trust harassed and directly discriminated against Mary. It further stated that the Trust had breached her human rights and created a humiliating, hostile and threatening environment for her. The outcome of the case develops a wider legal principle that employers cannot discriminate against employees for reasonable manifestations of faith in the workplace. Any employer will now have to think very carefully before restricting wearing of crosses in the workplace. You can only do that on specific and cogent health and safety grounds. It is not enough to apply general labels such as infection risk or health and safety. Thousands gather in 688 cities across Poland for Three Kings parades to celebrate the Epiphany. The traditional procession of the Magi in Poland on Epiphany usually brings over 1 million people to the streets. On January 6 the faithful in Poland gathered to honor the feast day. They sang Christmas carols, and baby Jesus appeared with Mary and Joseph. Traditionally there is a collection of funds for the work of help of Saint Padre Pio, which helps people experiencing homelessness and those at risk. The processions featured worshippers of all ages, singing carols and wearing paper crowns. There was also actors in costume portraying the three Magi from the Bible, Caspar, Melchior, and Balthasar. Poland's President Andrzej Duda and First Lady Agata Kornhauser-Duda released a special message to thank those taking part for keeping the tradition alive. Duda said in the message that the annual event was a gathering of people who are kind and open to anyone who wants to join them. The Feast of the Epiphany, also known as Three Kings Day, is one of the oldest and most important holidays in the Roman Catholic Church, and a public holiday in Poland. The day has been a public holiday in Poland since 2011 when it was reinstated after more than 5 decades. Christmas was celebrated on January 7, 2022 for those following the Julian calendar. This applies to many Eastern Orthodox churches and Eastern Rite Catholic churches. The Julian calendar was also used in Europe until 1582 and in England until 1752. The Gregorian calendar replaced the Julian. Pope Gregory XIII introduced this calendar which corrected some inaccuracies of astronomy. The Julian calendar is 13 days behind in the Gregorian. Russian, Serbian, Macedonian, Coptic, Georgian, Ukrainian follow this date for Christmas. Most American Orthodox follow the revised Julian calendar which uses December 25th. On Twitter Pope Francis wrote, "I extend my heartfelt best wishes for peace and every good to our brothers and sisters of the Eastern churches, both Catholic and Orthodox, who celebrate the Nativity of the Lord. May Christ, born of the Virgin Mary, enlighten your families and communities." In the Philippines, millions of devotees usually attend the Procession, the annual procession featuring the image of the Black Nazarene, which starts in January, with a prayer vigil during the night. This year, however, it was cancelled by the government due to the pandemic. This feast is a manifestation of popular devotion in the Philippines that has lasted more than 4 centuries, with millions of devotees who place their hopes in the suffering Christ. The peak of the program is the traditional procession through the streets of Manila with a statue, in black wood, depicting Christ carrying the cross towards the Calvary. The statue of the Black Nazarene was brought to Manila in 1607 by Augustinian missionaries from Mexico. It is also believed that it was partially burned and blackened when the galleon carrying it caught fire on a trans-Pacific trip from Mexico, another Spanish colony at the time. The head of Manila's Roman Catholic Church called on Black Nazarene devotees to show their devotion by caring for others instead. Like the government, Cardinal Jose Advincula said the church is also concerned about the rapid increase in COVID-19 cases in the country, especially in Metro Manila. Let us show our devotion to our Lord Jesus of Nazareth by considering the good of everyone and by being concerned for the safety of all, he said. The famous actor Sidney Poitier, who was born in 1927, has died on January 6, 2022. He grew up in the Bahamas and was raised Catholic. In 1964, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor, becoming the first African American and Bahamian actor to win the award. From 1997 to 2007, he was the Bahamian ambassador to Japan. Poitier was first married to Juanita Hardy from April 29, 1950, until 1965. He married Joanna Shimkus, a Canadian former actress, on January 23, 1976, and they remained married for the rest of his life. He had 4 daughters with his first wife, Beverly, Pamela, Sherry, and Gina, and 2 with his second, Annika and Sidney Tamia. In addition to his 6 daughters, Poitier had 8 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Catholic News World channel. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.